Peace, family. This is Lions Den with another news and commentary. One of my favorite YouTubers and former rapper, of the Ghetto Boys, Willie D. His YouTube channel has been suspended. And unbelievably, you don't really know why. But I'm going ahead and play this video from Willie D himself, and he'll explain why his YouTube channel has been suspended and possibly terminated. So here it is. Here's Willie D on why he's, his YouTube channel has been terminated. And I'm gonna give you, and then I'm gonna give you the rest of my commentary.
What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? They got me again. YouTube took down my last post and they put a strike against my account for violating community guidelines. So I'm using this new account. This account, Certified TV. In fact, go ahead and subscribe to this channel right now because they're working overtime to try to shut my account down. You have people out there who are just logging on and their whole agenda is to try to bring my account down, try to get my account suspended. So just in case that happens, this is my backup account and you'll be able to catch any post that I put up on here if they, for whatever reason, shut my account down. If they do shut my account down, just know I will be vigilant. I will file the necessary paperwork to get it restored because I am operating within the rules. And I don't think that any person that is not violating the rules should be penalized. So I know that the information that I put out does not fall under hate speech. Now, it's possible to hate a person without hating an entire group of people or an entire ethnicity. You can hate an entire group of people depending on that kind of behavior, but not just based on their ethnicity or whatever. And that's their big thing. You can't just be hating somebody strictly just because of their ethnicity, their religion, their sexual orientation. These are some of the things they'll give you a strike for. But a lot of what they say in their guidelines is interpretation. It's how they interpret it. There's not a lot of clear-cut rules. A lot of gray area right there. Now, this video that I posted, it was this white guy talking about how white people are hypocritical when it comes to the NFL boycott and the protesting of the national anthem. He said that white people really don't care about the issues. This is a white guy saying that. It's a white guy from the country, the hood part of the country, the deep south. He's saying that white people don't care about the issue. They don't care that black people are being gunned down. It's not that they care about justice. He said, bottom line is that what they're mad about is somebody having the audacity to protest the national anthem, period. Regardless of the fact that the national anthem calls for black people's ancestors to be murdered, regardless that it was written by a slave owner, regardless of all of that, the bottom line is that you just don't disrespect the national anthem. But actually they try to tie it into the flag and say, well, it's about the flag. No, it's about standing for that damn national anthem. That's what it's about. It ain't about the flag. It's about that national anthem. But, that's how they do. They try to make it about the flag because they can't defend the anthem. See, you got to be very careful when you're checking them out. So that's what it is, y'all. So You can put anything you want to put on the internet. Facebook, YouTube, all of these platforms, you can say anything you want to, but you better not give black folks information. You better not be in that business. You better not be in the business of exposing white supremacy. You better not be in the business of exposing indoctrination by American society. You better not be in the business of calling out corrupt police officers. You better not be in the business of calling a white supremacist a white supremacist. They'll shut you down, or at least they'll try to shut you down. You can put anything you want to put up on the internet about black people. You can put up stuff on the internet where you're talking about murdering a black person. You can call black women all kind of names. You can call them everything but a child of God. Not only will they not suspend your account, they'll reward you. They'll invite you to their parties and conventions and all kind of stuff. They'll make you a celebrity. You can post videos about fights and people suicides. You can post all of that stuff on the internet. On Facebook, Facebook and YouTube are notorious for having double standards, for being biased. They're notorious. Especially Facebook. Facebook is the absolute worst. They the police for real. YouTube give you some flexibility, but a lot of times they'll flag your account without even looking at it. If somebody just come after you and then they just take it down, then you got to fight to get the strikes removed off of your account. It's pretty much operates the way the judicial system works. You're guilty until you prove yourself innocent. So, what is it that they're afraid of? What is it that they're afraid of? Why do they not want that information out there? They always talk about they want unity. They always talk about being fair, and they're always aiming, pointing fingers at the condition of the black community. Ooh, boy, that's a favorite. Damn how I got there. Damn the systemic racism that created the ghetto. Because, see, unknown to many people, the ghetto was created. It didn't become the ghetto by happenstance. It was created. It was a government project. They created the ghetto and they redlined every American city. They said, this is where they're going to put them over here. We're going to rope it off. We're going to put tracks right here. Why do you think you have tracks, train tracks, in predominantly black neighborhoods? Most of your train tracks in the cities are in predominantly black neighborhoods. If you find one in a white neighborhood or a predominantly white neighborhood, you ever notice how it just zips right by? Go like that. If you're in a predominantly black neighborhood, man, the train not only not zip right by, it's a choo-choo train. Choo-choo-choo-choo. It just pokes right by and then it stops. Then they'll even back up, go a little forward, make you think you're finna leave, and then boop, 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 go back forward. I mean, they just be playing with people, man, like people ain't got shit to do just because they live in a low-income area. Like they don't have something to do. And let me backtrack that, because I know I said black community, but not all black communities are low income, so let me straighten that out right quick. But I'm talking about the low income areas that are predominantly black. They would run those trains very, very slow, like people ain't got nothing to do. And I've even seen them be on the track and sit. I saw this, I witnessed this about 8 months ago or so. A train was in the neighborhood and it just sat on it. This is Houston. I was on the south side and the train just sat on the track for about, had to be at least 30 minutes. And this was during rush hour traffic, evening rush hour traffic. Amazing. But like I said, you can put anything you want on the internet. Anything you want. And if you're attacking black people, normally, it'll stay up for a good while. If it's something making black folks look bad or even perceived to make black folks look bad, it'll stay up. For instance, I did a video for the P Challenge. About 10% of my audience took exception to it. They was really mad about it. They said, you're making black folks look bad. I ever heard one person say, well, not heard, but read one person's comment where he said, black folks, this buys into the black man being hypersexual and this is why they treat us like this and this is why Let me tell you something. That's a whole nother subject. I'll get into that later, but I'll just say this real quick. Black people need to stop worried about what white folks think so much. Because white folks do not wake up thinking about what black folks think about them. Mm-hmm. Have some pride. They just don't. There's all kind of white folks out there doing all kind of shit. They're not one and the same. They all do all kind of stuff. And when one does something that they don't agree with, the group don't agree with, or some small fraction of that group don't agree with, they don't say, you're giving white folks a bad name. Those protesters who are protesting, the protesters in the NFL, they are not looking at that situation of the cops killing black people and saying, they're making all white people look bad. I dare say that they're okay with it because they're not doing anything about it and they're not saying anything about it. And that's what that video was about. The white guy in the video, he was saying that white people need to first and foremost own up to their hypocrisy. And he's not the first white guy that said that. It's many people on the internet. You can do a Google search. White guy calls white folks out, whatever. It's a lot of white people that are out there saying, nah, man, we got white privilege. Let's stop fronting. Let's stop acting like it not exists. Let's get out. Let's stop acting like it don't exist. Let's get out of this state of denial. Let's go ahead. You know how they go. If you got a drug problem, you got an alcoholic problem, first thing they say. The first step of recovery is to admit. To first of all, admit that you have a problem. That's the first step to recovery, admittance. So they flagged my account because they was mad about it. And that's why what I did is, when they did that, I just took the video and uploaded it to my Patreon. So if you're one of my Patreon supporters, you can watch that video on my Patreon. And that's, if you're not, I'll put the link in the description, but the address is Patreon, patreon.com/Willie D Live. You can go check it out and join the movement. But that's what it is, y'all. From now on, I'll be posting more videos on this channel because I'm going to try to get this channel up, get the numbers up on this channel so that if I ever have a problem with the other channel, the Willie D Live channel, you won't miss any updates. All right? Again, the name of this channel is Certified TV. All right? No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
So there you have it. Willie D, a former rapper of the Ghetto Boys, who's also a YouTuber and also an activist. You heard what he said and why YouTube flagged his videos and suspended his channel completely. All because of the national anthem. All because of what the NFL, what they said on the national anthem. And a white guy was the one saying it. He posted what the white guy said about the national anthem, and YouTube saying they violated his guidelines on that. See, and I'm going to say it like this. I admire Willie D. I watch his videos. I'm a big fan of his. Even the rap group, the Ghetto Boys, I'm a big fan of his when he was rapping there. But, it's double standard when it comes to, say, freedom of speech, right? Because it's funny that if a white person saying stuff about black people, YouTube, and I'm just being completely honest, YouTube would keep that video up. And then they're going to say, well, it's freedom of speech. Keep always saying that it's freedom of speech. But when a black person call them out, they have a problem with that. And that's what's going on with Willie D. He has another YouTube channel called Certified TV. But my point is that, YouTube, and it's like Facebook, it's like Instagram. It's like Tariq Nasheed said it best when he said on the show. He says that when you have black people, being murdered or being shot or being killed, YouTube allow the video to go on, right? But when, let's just say, if obviously that when Tariq Nasheed did the movie 1804. When you see like Haitians killing all these white people, that's when YouTube shut the video down. That's when they shut it down. When you see when black people attack white guys in the streets, YouTube flag and shut it down. They really don't want that to happen. But yet, isn't that free speech too? See, this is what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, that it's a double standard when white people could post black people and call their stuff out. YouTube accepts it, or Facebook accepts it, or Instagram will accept it. But when it comes to us black people put their stuff out there, that's when they flagged it. They trying to shut it down. And obviously it's saddened how they did Willie D. It's because really we do need Willie D's content. Because him, along with Phil from the Advice Show, these are the only cats that will tell you the truth. And obviously what they're trying to do is trying to shut down all the black YouTubers that was telling the truth on their platform. And if YouTube continues to do this, and I'm going to be honest with you, if YouTube continue to do this for black YouTubers everywhere, then what will happen was most black YouTubers are going to Black Junction TV and post their content. Matter of fact, they're already doing it. And one thing about YouTube, they do not want to lose black subscribers. They don't want to lose that. They don't want to lose black subscribers, let alone they don't want to lose black YouTubers from posting out things that's really important to the public to know about. So, I commend Willie D for what he's doing. And with the Certified TV, I hope he's continued doing what he's doing, preaching the truth as always. Just like basically when you preach the truth, then these white people get nervous because obviously they know that when we preach the truth, everybody in their own mama would know about it. But the point I'm making is with Willie D is that he's a hero. He's my hero. He's everybody's hero that tells the truth about what's going on. And now, people try to shut this channel down. So at the end of the day, folks, sometimes we can follow the YouTube rules and guidelines and whatnot, but at the same time, there's a lot of double standard when it comes to posting videos. Like, you violated people's free speech. Like, basically, if it's okay for a white person to say something, call black person the N-word and disrespecting them, and it's free speech to them. But when we come to us speaking out, then it's a problem. And to me, this needs to stop. And I hope that Willie D keep doing what you're doing, brother. I still support you no matter what. And I hope you keep the content going. Well, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this video. Share this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my reaction channel. And subscribe to my Black Johnson channel for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.